Yo, hello? We are getting scammed? No! I'm here! There's no scamming at play. You know what it is? I was here on time. YouTube dashboard was just like... It was fucky, like it wouldn't let me go live. The way it detects, like, go live and whatever is really, weird and ass. Also, I just realized, wait, what the hell? Oh no, never mind. On my stream deck, it looked like one of the buttons had a misspelling, like a typo. But it was actually just because of like the distortion on the glass. 30 people here, channel fell off. Wait, there's 30 people in like pre-stream? I'm actually surprised. It sounds like a lot. Do I usually get that? That feels like... That feels very high. Step foot in southern India unannounced and you'll be flayed. Okay, sure. I'm not planning to go to India like any time in my fucking lifetime. I don't think I've ever been to India in my life ever, actually. Hey, fuck you. We were robbed of shows. I'm here right now. What the fuck? Okay. You guys got anything you want to say, or can I go? Can I have a turn on the talking pillow yet? But yeah, today we're not gonna be here for long. It's gonna be honestly like a 30 minute stream or something. I'm just here to talk about the strange tiny little bit of news we have, and then I'm gonna move on. Dude, I am like really surprised, like that we keep getting like stuff to talk about. Like as soon as I started the first round of like show news, there's been things every week. I'm actually impressed. Google thought I misspelled the Stream Deck when the Steam Deck was announced. I mean, that makes sense, honestly. It would make sense. It takes some time to adapt their algorithms, but like, you know, it is literally one letter off. Frank? Yeah. Okay, alright. I'm just gonna talk about my thing. Let's see, what do I have to do? I mean, do you guys want me to talk about my thing? Maybe we just don't care. Maybe I just end the live stream here. Fuck it. What the fuck? Tell us. I've made Sundari chat fucking give up the ghost. You had to lock in for once. Okay, hold on. Let me open up all the stuff. Let's see. I will open this with VS Code. I also gotta open up some like. There's a folder I want to open. Frank, we're not franking today. Let's see. Okay. All right, let's run the cat spinner. Oh, interesting. I didn't make this, but this was from so long ago. This was the avatar, like the stupid thing we use for like Showbot. I don't know if anyone even remembers at all. It also looks quite. I should add like the speaking lines, huh? It's kind of weird that he just like he kind of just like jiggles around. I mean, is this better? He doesn't have like the white lines that like shoot out of his mouth. I don't know. I guess it's okay. I guess it's okay to let them be like a little different. Repo looking Showbot? That's crazy that it's attributed to Repo now. I feel like, did Repo ever say that they stole it from South Park? When are you going to gambling addiction therapy? I don't have a... I want to do it like once per stream. Okay, let me see if I... Oh, I need to open this thing as well. Hold on. Um, let me just double check I have everything I want to. Let me think about this silently for a second. Okay, actually, I guess I should also open the wiki. Because it'll be relevant. Actually, wait, I think I should also download the other new-ish item schema. Okay, okay. Alright. Alright, I need to set up one more thing and I'm gonna start. No way something's gonna happen. Alright, I just need to do one more thing. I need to do one more thing. Alright, so... hold on, I need to open up some stuff. Dude, why does diffchecker.com not let you jump to like diffs? I have to scroll through the entire fucking thing. I feel like surely there's like a better way of doing this. When the document is like billions lines long. The also annoying thing is that I have to do this on my second monitor. Actually, I guess I can show you on. I guess I can show you because I would. This is like what I would show at the start. So the annoying thing is that it tells me there's like 12 diff, and I'm pretty sure this is only it, but I'm not completely certain. And I think there needs to be like a better way of doing this. There needs to be like a diff like summarizer. I think the only thing is that I think this program I have on my desktop called like Ultra Edit. I think it has like a diff tool. But I haven't used it in like a billion years. Maybe I should try and find it. It will hide unchanged. Check collapse lines. Wait, where? Oh, wait, you're so smart. Oh yeah, okay. So I was right. The only thing that was changed was what we noticed. Okay. All right. Good. Cool. Actually, thank you. Very nice. All right. Cool. So we know that's the only thing that changed. Is it better to not collapse it? I think what I would do is I'll show you the uncollapse first, so you can see. Oh, it's like the two things. It's like the two different ones or whatever. Okay. Cool. All right. I think I'm ready. Actually, I should drink some water too, so I don't sound like a fucking goblin. Inject the hope in your body to see if Half-Life here will release. Dude, Half-Life, I feel like at this point, it's getting really fishy. what if it genuinely just reveals at like the TGAs, you know? All the leakers were so absolutely adamant that like, no, it's not happening at Jeff Keighley's event, and then it's actually gonna happen there. They all got fucking bamboozled. Like absolute fools. You know what I think Gabe should do? He should ask Jeff if he can pull a prank on people. So what he should do is like walk on stage and be like, "Oh shit, wrong door," and then just leave and piss everyone the fuck off. People would just start fucking losing their shit and then absolute fucking collapse. The last time they went on stage was for Artifact. I wonder if that has any effect on their psyche. Like, do you think they're traumatized about revealing shit? They're all like... Maybe they just all do it on Twitter now because they're scared of, like, the audience reception. Honestly, I do think it was actually really funny that they thought the crowd would be, like, hyped for Artifact. I don't know. Like, it's a fucking card game. I will read from the Necronomicon if they don't release the Egg files. The Artifact crowd reaction is comedy gold. Mayhaps, mayhaps. Okay, let's start. Here, let me turn off my bookmarks as well. Okay. Okay. Alright. So, another week, somehow, it's another week of Team Fortress 2 news. I don't know how this keeps happening. The first time I made, like, a show news video, we were like, yeah, we're probably not going to come back for, like, a month or, like, 4 months or something. But here we are, we've done, like, this is, like, the 4th one. I don't know how this keeps happening. Actually, that's such an annoying intro. That's so long. Hold on, I'm gonna redo it. Fuck it. Scrap that one. Hello, another week. Somehow there's more TF2 news. I don't understand how this keeps happening, but on the left here, I have the item schema from last time we talked about it, from the Penny Arcade stuff. And on the right, we have somehow an even newer one. This is... Oh, fuck, I don't have to date for it. Wait, when was this? Hold on 1 second. Fuck. Okay, it's on the 3rd. Okay. On the right is the item schema that they updated and changed on December 3rd. And there's 12 new additions. And they're very strange, and I think it's interesting to talk about it. So let's see what they are. If we collapse lines, we can see this is the only change in the entire schema. And what are we looking at here? There's a new entry for an item 1 and an item 2, and that's all there is. How strange. Now, honestly, Smithmas is soon upon us, so it's probably some sort of Smithmas thing, but we also really just don't have any idea. Fuck. Wait. How do I? Fuck. I didn't think about this. What am I even gonna say about this? This is actually pretty close to how it went when I tried to do the poker night video like offline. I just tried to like stumble through and then I like restarted. Wait, what was the last thing I said? I don't remember. Hold on, let me rewind the stream. I need to at least make sure that like the continuity of Dove's video doesn't go to shit. Hold on, I'm gonna rewind and watch my own stream a little bit. What did I say? What's the last thing I said? Hello, YouTube, load my stream. Alright, what did I say? Wait, what was the last thing? But we also really just don't have any idea. Fuck. Wait, how do I? Fuck, I didn't come. I just don't have. But it's probably some sort of Smith thing. But we also really just don't have any idea. Fuck. Wait, how do I? Oh, I see. Okay. Okay. Since Smith is probably soon upon us, I do think it does make sense that it's probably some sort of Smith thing for that. But there is also enough reasonable doubt here that maybe it's for something else. Maybe it means something else. And I'm going to present the facts to you, and you can decide however way you lean towards. And you can decide for yourself, but it's interesting. Okay, so so first off, let's look at the information that we do have. So obviously the names don't really matter. It's just item 1, item 2. They are extremely clearly just like placeholder stuff. Now, the first part where it gets interesting is that it is a no entity item class. Now, if we hop into VS Code here. Well, actually, wait, that's too early. I need to find an example of item class. I think what I would say is, now, what is an item class? Let's look at a good example. Is this like only it? Oh, okay. Wait, what did I say before this? Holy shit, I can't keep track of what I'm saying. I think I probably said something like it's an item class of no entity, right? Is that what I said? Hold on, let me rewind. Oh fuck, this is so scuffed of a live recording. The part where it gets interesting is that it is a no entity item class. Okay, cool. Alright, that's what I said. Okay. So what is an item class? Well, basically, it kind of just describes to the game what kind of object this is. So you have stuff like the Saxon Hill Jungle Inferno hat, the hat you get from the contract reward. And it's like it's a TF wearable, so it's a hat object. And then you have stuff like the gloves are running urgently. It's a type of, fist weapon, right? The hot hand is defined as a slap weapon. Okay, sure. The the gas passer is a jar of gas. The thermal thruster is a rocket pack. So it just defines the class of item it is. Now, what's interesting about our new mystery items is that they use the no entity item class. And if you look at the top right of the screen, wait a second, 2 of 3, and we're seeing 2 of them already? So where's the last mention of no entity in this entire document? This document has like how many actual lines are there? This document has 200,000 lines, so it's only appeared 3 times in this whole document. Half-Life 3 confirmed. So what is the other mention of this? Interesting. It's in the taunt section. Now, what this is that instead of repeatedly writing the same thing for all similar types of items, Valve in this document can define basically templates that they attach to other objects. So instead of all this generic predefined data that you will want to put on every single taunt item, you can just put them all here and automatically attach them by specifying a template. So in all of the item schema, only taunt uses no entity thing. So the most so the most I know what I want to say, but I'm not sure how to phrase it. So what seems to be the most reasonable assumption here is that I guess this is Valve preemptively setting up new taunts for Smithmas, and there's going to be 2 of them. Maybe that's what it means. But here is where it gets weirder. Okay, I'm thinking about what I want to do next. I have it written down in my list of notes. I wanted to talk about like sale date next. But I think we talk about the item, like the ID ranges instead. Yeah, I think I'll talk about sale date like afterwards. Because I think the ID ranges kind of break the taunt Smith stuff a bit more. It is more interesting to talk about immediately. Okay. Let's see. Okay, I gotta go open my document. I gotta go open my cool document of analysis. Hold on, what is this? Here, I'll show you. I made this like a few days ago. This is a list of all the items from like 0 to almost 12K. Okay, I think what I'll do is I'll show you the item ranges and I'll tell you that the community taunts are actually placed somewhere else. Alright, minor spoilers for you guys. You guys don't get like the polished reveal of all the information, but what's like okay, so what's one of the newer taunts? I guess what I should do, we should have like old and new taunts, right? Does the wiki list taunts by like sale date, so to speak, like when they were announced or like added? I don't think so. Oh, right, update history. What's like so when did the community like what's it called? Okay, I was gonna ask when did the community like patches start to happen? But I guess it's kind of like about here, right? Is second rate sorcery literally the first community taunt? Oh wait, no, there's also the burst chester. Okay, so is burst chester the first one? Probably not, right? Does anyone happen to know what's the what's the first community taunt? It seems like it's the burst chest. Actually, I could control F community, right? I think they specify every time it's a community thing. Okay, it does seem like it's the burst chester though, but let's be sure. Oh wait, no, it's not. Huh? Oh, interesting. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, so the first one is the pose down in the box shot. High five was Valve, I'm pretty sure. Okay, let's see where this range is. Hopefully it also doesn't break our narrative. I actually didn't go and like check on all of this. Alright. Yeah, I can show you what I'm doing. Pose down. What is it called instead? Pose down, huh? Prolet. Oh, it's called the proletariat show off instead. Okay, this is also okay. So this is good. This fits my narrative. The box crawl. Okay, we'll use the box crawl because it fits the or it's like named the same way as it's known publicly, and this is more straightforward. Okay. um. Okay, so the last thing I said was like, what's weird, right? So, I guess I just say it again. Doe can cut here. But I'm not sure how true that is. Because of... Okay, wait, I should rephrase it. I'm not sure how true that is because of where this is defined. Okay, I guess that makes sense. But I'm not sure how true that is because of where this is defined. The number that's attached to it. There are ID 1199 and 1200. And if we look at the list of ID ranges that are used in this document, well, you can already see... Oh, fuck, I hit my mic arm. You can already see that Valve likes to jump numbers and put things in different places. So I wrote a script to analyze how they like to put their numbers up. And here are basically all of the major ranges. You can see that even within their major ranges, there are some number skips and such. But this first range vaguely goes from 0 to about 2600, and then it skips to 5k. And then I've labeled it as it seems to be mostly strange parts, or basically all entirely strange parts, from about 6k. And then they jump to 6.5k for, I think, what seems to be basically all community strange filters. And then it jumps to 8k, it goes from 8k to about 1800k, and then 20k, 30k, and that's about where it ends. But this last one is important because 30k is basically where all of the community stuff goes into. So unless these are 2 new Valve-made animated taunts, these kind of these don't seem like they're Smith's new taunts, because this has been precedent since literally the first community-made taunts. This is the spy. This is the spy's box shot. This is the spy's box shot. It is the first community-created taunt, and it was released with the gunmetal updates. Now, if we go and look up the box... Fuck, I wasn't ready for this. I don't know why I wasn't even ready. If I'm gonna keep it here. Actually, can I duplicate this? I can, right? Copy into a new window. Can I merge this back in? No. You can open duplicates, can't you? I don't remember how to though. I don't do this very often. Does anyone happen to know? How do you open a duplicate in VS Code? I know you can... I mean, splitting is obvious. Maybe I just leave it in a new window. Fuck it. Oh, wait, no. It's not even a... Oh, copy into new window. Or whatever. I guess I'll just... Alt F4. Okay, no one here uses VS Code, it seems. You're all fucking... You're all fucking illiterate and uneducated. Okay, but if I change this, it doesn't change this, right? Okay, cool, they're not synced. I use VS Code, I don't know how. Yeah, I don't know. Split, right? Split is splitting. I want it to be like a new tab. but it's just like the same file, but they don't let you like duplicate it. It's really annoying. Okay, what was I looking at? Okay, so if we go and do a search for the box trot, the first community made taunt, and it starts at the 30k range. And let me show you real quick. Where the fuck is it? Oh no, I'm searching for 3000. Whoops. And oh no, Dope, you should actually put this before I search for the box trot. So let me just show you real quick. The 30k range. This is the first community made item, or fuck it, that's not even true. God damn it. There's actually exceptions to this. So here is the 30,000 item range. You can see how it skips from 18k down to like 30k. But this isn't quite exactly the first community made item in TF2, but you can see how this is where they've kind of started to create this pattern and this standard of way of doing things. Now, if we search for the box trot, okay, you can. I think I've given Dil what they need to like edit it together in a coherent way. You can just splice that audio bit in. What am I gonna say after the box trot? Hold on, let me go back. I think you want to press control. Why are you calling me Showbot? No, that splits it. I want it to be like a new tab I can go to. I just want it to be in. I just want to be able to go to like different places in like the same document. What do I say now? Oh yeah, okay, so okay, I think what I'll do is I'll show you the newest community added taunt. I think all of these should be named as they are though. Okay. What's like the actual newest taunt by like numbers? I guess this is it. Ranking, healthcare hog. Okay, so this is like the newest one. Okay. Alright, for editing magic, I guess we'll go back to the box trot and I'll search it from here to pretend like I did this all coherently. Okay, so what I would say is, and if we go look at the newest taunt that was added in the most recent update, the ranking. If we go into our item schema and we search for it, it is 31,547. So all of the community made taunts are in the 30k range, and our new mystery item isn't. Now, what's also interesting is that this means the item. Fuck. I'm gonna say. Show not talking made me think the stream died. I mean, chat's still going. You can see that. You can see movement there. It would have been nice if I wrote this out, huh? This one is a bit too hard to ad-lib. I need to like, yeah, I don't know. I should have written. I had like a list of notes of like how I vaguely wanted to go talk about it, but honestly, I should have like written out the words probably. I am realizing that I wanted to. I think it's like okay if the things I'm talking about is not that serious, but I don't want to like. I want to pick my words carefully so I don't come off like I'm wrong. Oh, it's not a buffering. I see. Okay, here's what I would say. So it's not in the ID section of where community made items are put. But on top of that, if we look at the item ranges, it seems to imply that it is also specifically something Valve has some involvement in. Now, obviously, the ID could just be temporary. It could be placeholder. Maybe they'll go and update it and change it later as well. So that's always possible. But for now, if we go look at all of the items from 0 to what was it? 1,200. They're all kind of Valve related, and I'll show you here. So 0 to... So if we scroll through this, these are all Valve items. And it gets complicated because there are some promo items, and I think there are some early community update items in here as well. So it's not a super definitive rule, but Valve-ish stuff is kind of in this range. You can pause and look at this. There's too many of these to really go through with you, like one by one. But all of these things are pretty definitively like Valve adjacent, right? If we look at the very bottom of the list, it's, you know, the promo package, the soundtrack promo package. Are these made by Valve? The Panzerton is made by Valve? I don't think it is, right? Wait, doesn't this break our narrative? Wait, they made this? What? They fucking made this? Wait, I'm really surprised. I thought this was community made. They fucking made this? Why did they make this? The hell? Okay. And you have like the Panzer Pants taunt, which if we check on the wiki, it's not made by a community member, it's made by Valve. So this item range, if I also remind you, they skip down to 5,000 after this general block of stuff. It's pretty clearly reserved for Valve-related-ish kind of things. So make of that what you will. Okay. I have to move on to the next point. Okay. So let's jump over to the last little bit of information we have about these items. First sale date. This is listed for November 27th. But this isn't... But I've saved this for last because it's honestly not too big of a deal. From what I've noticed, first sale date isn't actually literally the first time the public has access to it. And it's kind of vaguely around when Valve has decided to put this item into the item schema. And they decided that, okay, it's time to release this item. So let me give you a few examples. If we go look up... what is it called? I looked up the sticky jumper, but fuck, what is it called? It's called, it's gonna be called something stupid like the practice whatever. Oh, it's called the sticky bomb jumper. Okay. So if we go look up the sticky bomb jumper, for example, Valve lists a first sale date of October 11th. And if we go hop into the TF2 wiki, this was released like almost 10 days later. Or this was released more than 10 days later on October 27th. If we go look up the amputator, this lists a date of 2010, December 8th. And when did this actually come out? Here, let's see. I don't actually remember. It came out December 17th. Chat hiding the text? Oh no, I have to redo it. Oh fuck. Did I just scroll down more? Okay, I'll just do that. Wait, did I hide the text on the other one? Okay, it probably did. Okay, fuck. Okay, I'll just say it again. If we go check on the sticky jumper on the wiki, this came out 10 days later on October... This came out more than 10 days later on October 27th. And the amputator came out December 17th, 2010. What did it say? Here? Oh yeah, on the 8th. So, first sale date, we can't put that much stock into. It's kind of vaguely just... It seems like when Valve has decided, alright, we're done working on this, it is safe, it is ready to go be put into the item schema. That kind of feels like what it vaguely indicates. Okay. I think that's basically all I wanted to say. The last part here I was gonna talk about what it isn't. Okay, so at this point, the theory that it's a community-made taunt for Smithmas kind of doesn't seem like it makes sense. And I kind of also... And I also don't think it's insane to doubt that Valve has randomly decided that they want to go make more taunts and put them into the game. This doesn't seem like it makes any sense either. So, what if it's the Halloween cosmetic cases, right? But that's not possible. The Halloween case is in the 5K range. And if I scroll up, you can see this is where literally all of the cosmetic cases have been defined in. This is last year's Halloween case. And if I keep scrolling up, there's just... You roll back the years and they're all defined all in the same place here. So we're now at Halloween 2022, and we can keep going, and all of the cases are here. Winter 2020 cosmetic case. So it's not really... So it's not gonna be the Smithmas 2026 case. That seems pretty assured. Do you guys want to give me suggestions for what else you think it might be? Also, I think this might be the first one. Wait, why did I write this down? Why did I write down the eerie case for? I think this might be like the first case that they put in here. Okay, I don't think this really matters. I don't think I should I don't think we should put this in the video. Okay, yeah, do you guys want to give me suggestions for what else you think it could be? Some kind of new strange parts. No, I already told you in the item ranges. Strange parts doesn't really make any sense because it's in this 6,000 range. If I scroll through this, these are all strange parts. And this goes on to, from my notes, it goes on to about like 6,060. So strange parts. Yeah, so it goes to 65, and it jumps to 65,000 for community strange filters. Stranger Fire? I don't think they're called this. Oh, actually they are? Stranger Fire was a decent guess, but it seems like they've put all the strange related things in this section here. Even like the kill streak stuff, it's in the 6.5k range. Do they have like bacon grease here? Bacon grease is also in the 5.6k range. What's the range for community weapons? Give me an example. You guys need to give me like items to search for. Community weapons is like, I don't know, every weapon is a community weapon. I think weapons are all in the Valve range. Pain Train. We should like get through all of this random junk. It's fine. I think I can actually. I think this will be faster if I go in with the top. The Pain Train's in 154, but I mean, yeah, sure. You can take this to mean that they're adding a new weapon. Yeah, maybe they're adding a placeholder for a new TF2 weapon. They're adding with Christmas. But that's up to you to decide how likely you think that is. What's the newest community weapon? Is there a thing for this? Hold on, I see what you guys are saying. Hold on, I gotta get through them one by one. So it's probably like that panic attack, right? That's like the newest weapon we have, kinda. So the panic attack is probably the newest community weapon we have, and it is in the Valve range. So you can, yeah, if you really want to hold on to cope that there's new weapons in the seasonal updates, then sure, you have your bit of cope there. Okay, let's check on the Australians. God damn it. I hate searching through this file. I don't think they're an actual distinct weapon. I think they just attached them to stock weapons. And it just like changes the, what's it called? Why can't I think of this? The skin, the appearance of it. Not like some, like this doesn't apply to every, like not every reskin has like a distinct weapon. Like a new distinct weapon entry. A lot of them are like a generic generic like skinned, like special skin copy of a weapon, and then there's like code to dynamically change the skin that it uses. Festivizer? Why? Why would you think there'd be a new Festivizer? I don't know what the actual tool is called. The Festivizer tool. Wait, I think we just found it. Festivizer? Okay, sure. No, wait, this is not even that. This is the engineer item. Never mind. Where's the actual Festivizer tool? Hold on, let's try to go from the bottom. Festivizer loot list. Festivizer. Yeah, the Festivizer doesn't fit either. This isn't 5.8K. Someone said, what is the campaign pass? What's the newest one? Like the Jungle Inferno contract pass? What is it even called? Did I just search for pass? There's gonna be so much like false positives though. I think, is it called the contract pass? What is it called? Did they have it called the Jungle Inferno shit here? Oh, it's called the contract pass. The Jungle Inferno pass. I mean, I don't know if it's fair to assume they're gonna add an entirely new update contract campaign to Smithsmiths. But even then, the Jungle Inferno contract pass is in the 5,800 range. So they seem to prefer to lump them in with all the other cosmetic stuff, like the cases. There's range of IDs. Man up tickets? Okay. I'm gonna jump to the conclusion of the video. Search please. Man, is it called man? Is it gonna be called something like use ticket or something? Is it gonna be like really generic? Wait, does anyone remember what the backpack like item, what's it called? Like the backpack image name of it is? Isn't that be called something like duty ticket or something? It's not gonna be like the name that you think it is. Oh wait, it's called the Tour of Duty ticket. Okay, but here's where I think is probably... But here's what I think is probably the most plausible sounding possible thing. That kind of makes sense. The Tour of Duty... The Tour of Duty ticket was put in the Valve range. So it does fit within the parameters of everything we know so far. Hold on, I'm actually kind of curious. When was the MVM update released? August. And when did they define the... Wait, they defined it really... Wait, it's after? August 16th. Wait, what? They put a date after. Out of curiosity, I wonder... Out of curiosity, I also want to see how the first sale date compares to when it was announced. Or when it was released. The wiki says it was released on August 15th, so... Interestingly, Valve has defined it a day after they actually sent out the update. But this feels possible that there's really nothing else that would really make any sense for Valve to be personally adding into the Valve section for. Because they're not going to make anything new. They're not going to make a new taunt. Though what is strange is that I think they could have just defined this as what the Tour of Duty ticket is defined as, which is a craft item. I'm not particularly sure why they have to call it a no entity, but maybe if you define it as a craft item, there's a bunch of other information you have to fill out and they were lazy. So that's why. It is also possible that maybe this is related to Poker Night, and maybe they're adding new Poker Night promo items as well. Like the Penny Arcade people are adding even more new promo items that we've never seen before, and they're new here. Maybe, but we don't really know. And honestly, all of this information can change as well. They could teleport all of this down to the 30,000 range, and haha, actually, it's a bunch of new community taunts. So yeah, we really have no great idea exactly what this is. But with all the information we have so far, assuming Valve didn't feel like wasting their time in the future and they broadly put this about where it should be, new promo items or MVM related stuff does seem to make sense. And sure, you can call it, you can say it's a new weapon or it's a new taunt made by Valve, but I don't think that feels very likely to me. You know, maybe you're comfortable having hope in it. I wouldn't bet on it. All right, what else do I want to say? But yeah, I think that's about everything we can conclude from here. Strange times being a TF2 fan for whatever reason. Maybe we'll have news again somehow next week. It'll be interesting to see, actually, what happens to these entries after the Smithmas update as well. So, I guess at minimum, I'll have to see you again, and we'll talk about if anything changed with what's going on here, whenever that releases. Okay, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed the news update. Okay. That was easily the most fucking labyrinthian and, like, fucking messy, thing we've made for Dilb. Good luck to him to put this all together. I might have to, honestly, I might offer to him that I record like extra lines off stream. So then he can like fit them all together better. Or I might like re-record over stuff that I fucked up live or something, but I think the conclusion there was good, right? So basically it seems like with everything we know, I think the most plausible thing it is some sort of like new MVM ticket thing, probably. That makes the most sense. And like behind that, I think a new Poker Night item, if they're re-releasing or like they're releasing a new Poker Night and they're bringing back the old items, I could see them probably adding like one or two extra new, completely new items, just to also give people a reason to buy it if you have the old Poker Nights. But yeah, it remains to be seen what's going on. New RGL medals. MVM campaign medals. I don't think they're listed there. Here, Dope can add these things. But competitive medals, they're not. Well, actually, they're not adding. Well, actually, that's just false. Completely, entirely on the premise that why can't I go back? Oh, here it is. That's already false on the premise that Valve has stopped adding community medals a long time ago. They completely stopped it. It's not they're not accepting any new ones. And any new ones are just reskins of actually no, they add new definitions to them. Okay, never mind, you're kind of right. Never mind, cut that out. What's like the medal then? What's like a medal I can put here? Or like I can show people. Hello? Does anyone remember what's like a new one that they added? What is this one? Activated Summer Campaign Pass. New MVM campaign medal is 611. Hold on, that's thank you for finding the IDs, but I'll check on that in a second. I want to get to the bottom of this thing first. Oh, okay, here it is. Here's the competitive medals. I don't know what the hell is a UDL supporter, but they seem to be in the 18,000 range, so not really in the Valve range either. But here we have Brazil Fortress. So it seems they just dumped them all into this section here. MGTF, Brazil Fortress, Brazil Fortress, Brazil Fortress, Brazil Halloween? Okay, apparently this is actually... I gotta update what I said. I gotta rephrase what I said. This is the Brazil section. I didn't know that the Brazilians were that important, but I guess the Brazilians are massive stakeholders in the TF2 economy, I guess. Okay. Oh yeah, so there was one other thing that... Wait, what the hell 611? The 611's a salty dog, are you trolling me? What the fuck do you mean a 611, bitch? I mean, we found this before, though. Oh yeah, also you were curious. The robot loot seems to be here. I think these are the... I think these are like the robot parts. Here, we can confirm this real quick. Let's see, so where is this? Materials, backpack, crafting. MVM robots. Yeah, so these are the robot parts. So they're defined in the 50 or the 5,000 range. Alright, where's the find the Tour of Duty badge? Tour of Duty. Okay, yeah, this would also make sense if they were adding a community Tour of Duty badge. The Tour of Duty badges seem to be in this Valve section as well, so that would make sense. That is possible. They have the Tour of Duty badge defined here. Hold on, can I find the other ones? And here are all the other duty badges. So this is 870. And then expert, advanced, whatever. Okay. Dope can splice that in. Okay, I think that's it, right? Is there anything else? I think that's pretty comprehensive, right? I also think the what's it called? The explanation makes sense, right? You guys could follow. Basically, I went through how it's like, you know, no entity is kind of for taunts, but it's weird, and then it's also in the Valve section, and then we talked about how that doesn't really make sense because community taunts are in 30k or whatever it was. And then we talked about other stuff that it could be, or I proved that, or I showed you how it's kind of like the Valve section, but yeah. One ticket, one medal, mystery solved. Well, we shall see. I mean, yeah, I don't know, who knows. Calculate how many years until they run out of items, or they run out of ID slots. Valve section is reserved up to like 5k, I think it was. Yeah, it jumps from like 2.5 to 5k. They have like they can add like 2.5 more things before they crash into something else. And then the community stuff is at the very end. Like this is like an uncapped range of 30k. What is this range? Out of curiosity. This is not in the video anymore, but I'm kind of curious what this is. Cosmetic Strangifier. Okay, so this is more Strangifier shit. I guess I'll write this down. Cosmetic or wearable Strangifiers. So exciting that you think they're adding a jetpack for the spy. Yeah, that is true. Spy does need more mobility, doesn't he? Alright, are we good? I think that's it, right? I'm not in the stream now. Is there any other possible weapons you want me to, or like any items you want to make me search up? MGE. I could boot up TF2 and populate the trenches a tiny bit. What time is it? 1? Damn, it's only been an hour. I mean, yeah, I guess I could. You guys, how many people are even here though? Is there even a point to it? We have 131 people here. Fuck it. Sure, I'll pop on for. Actually, I'll see what map it is. If it's like some really ass map, then I won't play. There's 200,000 people here. Yeah, sure. Spy has a helicopter pack already. It's a taunt. Yeah, so they don't have to make a new model for it. They can just reuse that one. Thank you for advancing our spy jetpack agenda. Why are you guys on cough toxic? Gift stuff stocking? That was in like the crate section. Literally you could see it in I don't think you should put this in the video, Dil. But the stocking stuff are literally here. It's like right next to all the cases and crates. We're restreaming you on Bilibili. Alright. Let's win this game of toxic, gamers. Well, my team's already winning. Yay. But yeah, I mean... I should go end stream after this, and then go work on the Frank video. Thankfully, I think that shouldn't be too hard. I'm hoping I can finish it. I can finish writing for it soon, and it'll be okay. Alright, anyways, anything you guys want to talk about? What's been happening in your guys' lives? Yeah, I'm rot maxing. I've been watching show. Oh, holy shit! That sounds like a good time. We're watching show. Working and don't like working. Damn, that's rough. Somehow I've never heard that before. I've never seen people, What? That guy's cheating! I've never seen people give it such a, I think actually, surprisingly, every time I've asked that question, people have been excited to talk about what's been going on with them and whatever. Never had people so unwilling to say anything. They're just like, yeah, I'm watching you, bro. Nice. Is this Crunches? Yeah, I'm just here for like a tiny bit. Honestly, the server's probably gonna die after I leave as well. I don't think it's gonna do anything. But we'll give it a shot. Because it costs us nothing to just try. I hopelessly fell in love with a streamer, you wouldn't know him? Damn. It used to be full every hour. It was cause like for a few months there was like a big like botnet that was DDoSing the internet in general. And like no one in the server hosting space. Wait, what's the next map? What do you guys vote for? Badlands? What the fuck are you guys playing this? No, yeah, it used to be full at this time, but it got like repeatedly DDoS, so people like gave up on it. But it still gets populated at like at nights at NA times. I don't know, the Europeans gotta figure it out. It is what it is. But it's okay, it's like fixed, so when I drop the Frank video, you can try help populate at the European times and build out the player base again if you want to. But up to you. DDoS is no fun. Yeah, I don't know. It's not really like the server host's fault either, to be honest. That's like the annoying thing. It's just like, yeah, like there's a massive like record-breaking botnet that like broke server hosting. That just like shut on the internet. And like Steam and like fucking Riot Games and like everyone was having issues. But I don't know, people are like, fuck this, I'm not playing. Well, honestly, I think it's also probably that like people are like busy with like school and like whatever as well. That kind of like made it worse, but you know, it is what it is. Also, you should go and you should join the Discord and get all this information, because like all of this is already written down. Like, there's no reason for you to be uninformed. Yes, it is, a server crashed hard. I don't know. Yesterday, it was partly because I wanted to like zip up a bunch of files and then like download it off the server. And it turns out that like locks up the entire fucking server. And then I canceled it halfway through. But there was like a bit of lag as well, yeah. The thing with that is being worked on. It should be fixed like hopefully today. But if not today, it should be like any second now. And the thing is that it's not even our fault. Basically, like, so this is really stupid, and I guess it makes sense, kinda, but like, what happened was that the Isuru botnet was like basically fucking up the entire like human like internet infrastructure, right? And then our server host switched over to a different, or like they literally started getting signing up for like basically like every fucking protection provider to gain like capacity, and then they signed up for one called G-Core, which was working, and it's kind of like why it's been like calmed down now. But the one awkward part with that is that honestly, when I say it, it makes me mad. I'm gonna have to try to not fucking go into a rant, but like for whatever reason, when they swap over to G-Core, their firewall stuff doesn't work. Or their firewall stuff wasn't quite like hooked up yet, and it doesn't like directly interface with it, or it's like off or whatever. So basically we ended up having like the how do I even describe this? Do you know what a firewall is? Basically, it's like for a TF2 server to receive like, oh my god, I don't know how to explain this to you because I don't think you have enough prerequisite knowledge. I'm gonna say this in the expert way. You can type this into GPT and ask him to explain it to you. But basically, like, our firewall works by like port punching. So then like only the specific ports that it needs to open are open. So then you're not exposed on ports you're not supposed to be on. And just creating like liability for yourself. Now the problem was that like our firewall was actually well defined and there's not anything wrong with that. The problem was our host literally just doesn't have a functional firewall anymore. So like, I mean, they have like filters and they have their own firewall, but like the user defined one wasn't enabled. So then holes are being opened that they shouldn't be, and that's how people can like DDoS us again. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, all of our ports are very, very narrowly defined to like one specific port and one specific IP address for like the most narrow specific use of what it is. But like, so that's why it also our server didn't even get like DDoSed instantly. It took time for like script kiddies to try again, even though it hasn't like you haven't been able to DDoS the trenches for like a year straight, and then people are like, hey, I'm gonna try to DDoS it now, and then so yeah, like they didn't even DDoS us as soon as like G-Core was set up. It took them a while to figure it out. But now we have to wait for the firewalls to like the user-defined firewalls to be enabled again. But it's just stupid. So it's literally not even my fault. It's not even anything I can do anything about. It's just the host has to go set that back up. But they say they're working on it, and yesterday they said that they were hoping to have it be done by like today and whatever. So it should be up in like very, very imminent, like according to them. So yeah, you know, obviously I can apologize and say I'm sorry for it, but it's also just like, what the fuck am I supposed to do? Like I literally everything within my sphere of control and my influence is already maximally taken care of. And I mean, I don't know, man. I don't really know you can blame the host. Like they almost definitely incurred like a shit ton of costs, just like scrambling to set up like Cloudflare and like G-Core and like whatever else other shit to deal with like the Isuru botnet and stuff. Like they're also already giving us like an incredibly good deal as well. Like the package that I have with them is like $200 a month, right? And if you go and check on their website, you try to get exactly what I have now, it's like doubled in price. It's like fucking $400 or some shit. We already have like a really good deal, so I don't feel like it's fair to look a gift horse in the mouth, you know? I would have company disable those. It's fucking complicated, man. I don't know if I can even explain it to you in like complicated terms. With like tech jargon. It's just complications of like different layers of, because it's like a pyramid of like layers, right? It's like our server host sits underneath a layer, and then that upper layer, like that, you know, like service provider sits under another service provider, and it's under another service provider, and it's like stacks of like different service providers and like internet services and like network providers and whatever, right? So what they said was that they used to or like their primary network provider was Path, and that's where they have integrated their firewall stuff with, and they've completely swapped off Path and onto like G-Core to deal with like the DDoS botnet stuff, right? And so I mean, basically it's just because their firewalls, like it's very recently been switched over, so their old like firewall like user defined stuff was just not plugged in to their systems. And I think, and basically I guess what they did is they just have like the firewall at a host level, and they just defined, actually I don't know what they even did. I guess they just have every port open and they're just hoping nobody gets shit on. I guess. And they just have like really strict filtering for like common ports that are used for like game servers and stuff, I guess. I don't I would need to investigate more to give you a better answer than that. But I guess that's like basically what's going on there. And yeah, it's just because so basically it just seems that the issue is just that like they haven't had time to like get it sorted, because it's like a pretty recent change. And there's probably also like complications. Like from what they said, it seems like G-Core can't really be set up to have like user firewall filters like that as well. So they have to like create something new to tag under to fit underneath or fit between you as a user host and like G-Core. And that's like a new thing they have to put together. What I'm surprised by is that they haven't, like, no one else has like had this issue, but I guess it's just that like they don't have that many bare metal users. So like one complication, so like one nuance to this is that we're not like a managed solution. What they call in the server hosting space. Basically, instead of like going to them and saying, "Hey, I want you to give me a TF2 server," I go to them and I say, "Hey, give me a whole computer and you let me do whatever I want with it." And you don't look at it, and you don't touch it. And that's what we have. So I think that's why it's not really like something they have prioritized putting together as well, because I'm guessing they don't have many people who go to them and ask for like a whole computer. Most people just go to them and ask for like, "Hey, can you host a Rust server for me? Hey, can you host a Gary's Mod server for me? Can you host like a TF2 server?" And they like the server host is what manages the computer. You know what I mean? But instead we're saying, "Hey, we have control over the whole computer," you know? And so I don't know. I guess there's like a different like I guess like for I guess yeah, if you're on like a managed like game server, then you would be you wouldn't be able to define new ports, and they just have like specific openings and like specific things you can do basically. Physgun and having weird interconnectivity issues. Yeah, it's just like the layer. They need the layer cake has been jumbled and like messed around with, so they need to like fix some stuff. But yeah. Anyways, you know, I can offer you my apologies, but there's genuinely just nothing I can do about it. And it is what it is, and they already said they're literally working on it and everything else, so you know, you still gotta chill, you still gotta wait. Unfortunately. Also, I can tell you right now, I just checked, they haven't given me an update yet, on how things going, so hopefully everything gets sorted out before you know, like peak times hit again and whatever, but yeah. At least we should be okay by the time Frank 2 comes out, and like I put up a video about it, and then you know, the influx of people from wanting to play like, you know, the new Frank and like TF2 wear and whatever, we should be like pretty set for them. So yeah. If I would graduate with specialization from networking, I would have fun figuring this out. I don't think you would have fun. Why does the guy have 800 ping? What the fuck? I don't think you would have fun trying to figure out the ICU botnet, man. That shit has basically no answer. For a while they just had to like eat shit because there's just no like they just don't have the capacity. Like they just don't have like enough like network capacity to like tank all the like incoming, you know, DDoSes and stuff. Literally was just like a record-breaking like DDoS. Like there's no one in the industry was ready for it. Because it also just like doubled multiple times like very quickly in a short time span, and it's just no one's gonna I don't know. I also don't feel like with how quickly it doubled, it was particularly reasonable to say that like everyone should have been ready for this, you know? Sarcasm? Oh, I couldn't tell actually. But yeah, it's not fun. I mean, when it goes well, it's like a cool industry to be in, because you don't really have to do too much. All you're doing is like renting out servers, you know? You're kind of like a server landlord. And in that sense, your profit margins can be kind of insane, I assume. And that's why it's like an attractive business, but when it gets rough, it's kind of sad. And that's unfortunate, you know? Alright, anyways. Damn, we finished Snakewater as well? What the fuck? We're just blowing through maps. Can we pick one map that's not going to end in like 2 minutes? Now working like this is not fun. Yeah. Alright, full for CPU well. CPU well sounds cool. I think maybe Berghausen would bring the people in. Here, I'm flipping my vote. Show winning in TF2. Yeah, this proves that there's no show curse. Alright, I'm gonna leave. I wanna go work on stuff. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed your little news segment. And I guess hope there's many more. Who knows how many more there will be. Dude, every single time I'm surprised that like someone like jumps into Discord and is like, hey, there's new info, there's new happenings, there's new fucking things. I don't know how this keeps happening. Do I drink energy drinks? No. I've never gotten to coffee or like energy drinks. Is this also your desperate attempt to like stall the stream? Are you trying to like get me to rant about something? Tea? No, I just drink water, bro. To be honest, you didn't miss anything. Just show digging through item schemas. Well, watch this new show news video go crazy. Dilb's gonna have like 500k views. He's gonna be fucking rolling in it. Show somehow this year I watched 340, 500 videos. Thank you. I loved you, Sack54. Dude, okay, actually I'll stall the stream for this. I was kind of curious if it would be fun to do a thing where like the guy who has watched most of my videos this year would get like a free brick plushie or some shit. But I don't know. I haven't figured out how to give free stuff out. I think I can maybe give people out like a 100% off coupon or some shit. But I don't know. I think like there's also gonna be like it'll also be weird because you can totally like inspect element and like cheat and like fake it, and I don't have any way on my end to validate the results, you know. So I don't know. Alright, anyways, goodbye. See you next week. Join Discord. Get alerts for when I stream and get pinged so you can join next time. Okay, goodbye.